Good evening. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Welcome to BMC News Live presented by Al Hilal Hospitals and Medical Centers English News. Myself, Shana Sultana, joining you with the daily news updates. Today's headlines. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister meets the US Secretary of State. His Royal Highness Prince Salman stresses on peace to tackle global changes. Artwork about legends of Dilmun and its cities being showcased in Expo Dubai. Unvaccinated students do not be allowed to sit for exams, Saudi Arabia announced. Abu Dhabi announces benefits for golden visa holders. Today's news in detail. His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, today met the US Secretary of State Antony Blinken. The meeting took place as part of His Royal Highness' official visit to the United States of America. His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, has stressed that the challenges facing the world and the region require the work of all to establish the foundations of international peace and security. He was speaking as he met key US officials on the first day of his US official visit. A number of GCC and Arab countries are at the forefront of renewable energy development because of the region's naturally occurring abundant sunshine and strong winds, the chairman of one of the country's leading think tanks revealed at a top energy forum yesterday. Bahrain Center for Strategic Studies and Energy, Dirasat, chairman Dr. Abdullah bin Ahmed Al Khalifa opened the 5th annual Dirasat Forum and second MENA International Association for Energy Economies IAEE Symposium highlighted that the region receives as much as a quarter of the rays essential for generating solar energy. The region can emerge as a leader in energy transition with the right investment in its youth population, observed experts in Manama yesterday. Senior researchers asserted that the Middle East and North Africa MENA region can play a key role in the technological advancement in renewable energy. Al Hilal Hospitals and Medical Centers COVID update.
COVID updates brought to you by Al Hilal Hospital and Medical Centers.
Efforts are in full swing to get Busaitin and Al Sayah in Muharraq recognized as Health City by the World Health Organization WHO this year. This follows Manama being designated as a healthy city in 2021 as the first capital city across the Middle East to receive such an honor, while Al Hassam was named as Bahrain's first health city in 2018 as part of WHO's Healthy Cities program. HCP launched in 1986. Shifting geopolitics as a result of the ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine could pose a significant risk to the supply chains of sustainable solutions, according to an expert. However, the risks are being mitigated as GCC countries localize production of solar panels and wind turbines, said Bahrain Center for Strategic International and Energy Studies Dirasat Studies and Research Director Dr. Uman Al Ubaidli. An artwork in which 30 Bahraini artists collaborated and tell stories about the legends of Dilmun and its cities is being showcased at Bahrain's pavilion at Expo 2020 Dubai. I Am Still There is the title of Bahrain University's Architecture Department faculty member Wafa Abdul Rahman Al Ghattam's work that highlights the density of settlements and society in the Dilmun period through simulated scenes. More than 100 people took part in a blood donation campaign organized by medical students of Arabian Gulf University AGU in partnership with the King Hamad University Hospital. The AGU Students Affairs Deanship supervised the campaign. Tunisian President Kais Saied received Arab interior ministers on the sidelines of the 39th session of the Arab Interior Ministers' Council in Carthage yesterday. The Tunisian president welcomed the ministers, highlighting the importance of such meetings in reinforcing Arab security cooperation. Bahrain and Saudi Arabia have stressed the importance of further strengthening GCC solidarity. This came as His Majesty King Hamad held a meeting yesterday with custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, at his palace in Riyadh. Now we shall go for short commercial break.
The 16th branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahla. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination.
Welcome back. The Indian expatriate who had undergone extreme suffering reached back to homeland with the help of social activists.
Indian expatriate Hari Krishnan, who had undergone financial issues and travel ban, has finally reached homeland and joined with family because of the timely help rendered by social activists like Sudhir Thirunilath and a few organizations that work for the needy. He was suffering from glaucoma and low sight. He was trying to go back to India. However, as there were some financial obligations on his side, this process was delayed. This got to the point where Hari had to depend on his family in India financially. After 2 years of struggle, seeing no way out, he approached the Indian Embassy for help in January 2021, after which the officials intervened and arranged to send him back. On February 11th, even as he entered the airport to fly back, Hari was detained, citing some travel bans owing to a few financial settlements, and was put up in a temporary shelter provided by the Sikh community. From then onwards, the humanitarian gesture of some social activists like Sudhir Thirunilath and organizations like World NRA Council, ICRF, Pravasi Legal Cell, resources pooled in and the payments required for lifting the travel ban were made. However, there was a case against him for BD 3,700. The continued efforts taken by Sudhir Thirunilath, Humanitarian Director, Middle East Region of World NRA Council, and the country head of Pravasi Legal Cell. Pravasi Legal Cell approached the court and requested the court to consider the mercy petition filed by them and the amount of BD 1,999 to be paid at the court. Later, with the help of some businessmen and others, this amount was paid as well. Mr. Hari Krishnan extended his gratitude to the Embassy of India, Bahrain government authorities, PLC, all the kind-hearted people who helped to settle the court charges. Mr. Sudhir Thirunilath, who was behind the case since last October onwards, the Sikh community who arranged the stay for him, the ICRF team who settled few cases, Mr. Palani, Mr. Subair Kannur, who supported him, the management and staff of Shifa Al Jazeera Hospital for providing free treatment for him, Mr. Arun Govind, Advocate Tariq, and all who helped him during the difficult time.
His Majesty King Hamad sent a cable of congratulations to UAE President Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan on the UAE presidency of the UN Security Council for March. The king said that the UAE presidency would contribute to bolstering that council's role in strengthening global security and stability and finding solutions to current international issues. Saudi Arabia has issued directives to school authorities across the kingdom not to allow unvaccinated boy and girl students to sit for the end of the second semester examinations. The schools have been asked to treat unvaccinated students as absentees and prevent them from entering schools. No exams would be held remotely at the end of the second semester for any students. It has been announced. Movie cinemas opened the kingdom's biggest movie theatre in Riyadh Boulevard City on Wednesday, premiering the Batman movie starring Robert Pattinson, Paul Dano and other marquee actors. The cinema opened with 25 screens and includes a wide range of unique concepts such as a 4DX screen that promises to give moviegoers an immersive cinematic experience. Saudi Arabia announced on Tuesday that business owners will now be able to cancel commercial records for business establishments and their subsidiaries electronically without requiring a review by other authorities after clearing any overdue registration fees. The service came into effect on March 1st. However, companies must complete the requirements for the liquidation of the business before writing off the records. Ukrainian passport holders continue to be eligible for visas on arrival to the UAE. The Emirati Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation confirmed that Ukrainians can get visas on arrival. The two countries have a mutual visa-free travel agreement. The Abu Dhabi Residence Office ADRO has announced new exclusive benefits for holders of the Golden Visa in the UAE capital. This came as the ADRO signed agreement with several leading brands and institutions in automotive, real estate, healthcare, hospitality, health insurance and banking for offering these benefits that include slashed prices on car models, reduced premiums on annual health insurance and discount offers in certain destinations. Abu Dhabi's Golden Visa offers long-term residence to talented individuals in many fields for 5 or 10 years. The Dubai government has announced a savings scheme for expats working in the public sector. The scheme will be optional for private sector firms. The project will be implemented in stages. Multiple investment schemes will be offered to employees, including Sharia-compliant ones. Employees who do not wish to invest their benefits will also be provided with options that ensure capital protection. The UAE, United Arab Emirates, has also been selected as the neutral venue for this month's Asian World Cup qualifiers involving China and Syria, the Asian Football Confederation (AFC) said on Tuesday. China is set to face Saudi Arabia in Group B on March 24th at the Sharjah Stadium, and Syria will play Iraq in Group A on March 29th at the Rashid Stadium in Dubai. A number of China's home World Cup qualifiers have been moved to Dubai, Doha and Sharjah due to COVID-19 quarantine restrictions imposed by Chinese authorities. PCR negative certificate for unvaccinated teachers and students who are 16 and above is mandatory when schools resume from Sunday. They will have to submit a negative certificate to allow them to enter the schools unless the Health Ministry recommends cancelling the decision. With this, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in BMC News Live English at 7:30 p.m. Thank you so much for watching. Signing off by Shina Sultana. Good night.